And we're heading on to the second map. You're just now tuning in. The first map went to Titan on DE Cash. That was 16-13, and we're already in the pistol round right now. And it looks like we'll see if what they can do. Crim's actually elected to buy some dualies here to be able to start this one off now. On board with JW. JW going to pick up the first one to get this entry frag, or to close the door. He's going to fall, though, to Apex. So just checking across the map here. And so Olofmeister, he's going to have to back up there towards that ramp room. And you can see here, we'll talk about this a little bit while we have the opportunity to, but you can tell that the material type, this update happened a couple days ago. Right now, Maniac, he's going to be heading out towards the outside. They're just trying to clear out every bit of DE nuke before they decide where they want to go.
Yeah, and just continuing that from Cash, you know, where they'd make a move and then get conservative and wait and see how Fnatic's going to react, and then they're going to pick and choose where they want to go. And getting the first two opening picks is huge.
So now we'll see. We've got Olofmeister right here watching Secret. Looks like they're going to head down towards that lower bomb site. Be on the lookout here. They're going to go ahead and push down through the fence. They've got two players right there. One going to be worrying about the flank right there. It's a nice headshot by Crim. It's going to be down to a 2-on-2. Bomb has not been planted. It's going to try to get planted now in the hands of Apex. Going to back over there now. It's going to be low health now for both of these players, but they still stay alive. Crim's utilizing the dualies.
How close is that? 5 and 7.
Wow. Just enough. That's all that it takes. I mean, really, you just need to have one health point there at the end.
Yep. And you see kind of this cool strategy on Nuke is even when CT's got a disadvantage in terms of manpower and just the ability to just go in those vents. Those rotations are so close that you can just kind of turtle in these bomb sites, and you can find quick rotations. And Crim's with those dualies, just so many bullets to spray out, and just good rotations and good recovery by the two Fnatic players.
Have JW, who's pushed up there inside of Hot. He's going to get taken down. That will they'll pick up that Mag 7, and that will be in the hands of Existence now. So take a look here at the setup there. You've got Pronax just right on the other side. You have another player that's going to be Crim's up on top of Hut. He'll back up now. That's also, I believe that's Olofmeister, who's back inside of the ramp room. There is one player, that's Yurik, who's made his way down below. So we'll switch over to him for a moment. He's going to spot him. Now he's in a really tough spot now. If he peeks out, yep, just enough to be able to see him in his peripherals there. And so now Kenny S going to push there, try to chase after Olofmeister. Going to fall back, though. He does have his teammates regrouped now with him. Olofmeister holding down the ramp room. Pushing back in. He will get dropped there by Apex. Bomb is just going to try to work its way there towards that bomb site. And now 25 seconds left here in the round, and Crims goes back to the dualies. He has an M4, but he elects to use the dualies instead. And so he gets that final kill with fashion, 2-0.
And that round was looking strong enough for Titan to at least get that bomb down, get that extra $800. And if that had happened, they would be definitely buying, as they're actually buying up anyways this round. But just good play by Crimson just to prevent that bomb plant. And 2 rounds now we've seen JW on pistol round in that second round getting really aggressive in that hut. And he's got another shotgun this round like last round. And we'll see if that's going to be a trend, because you know he likes to play aggressive. You know he likes to catch people off guard. And if he's going to keep pushing hut like this, it's going to be a good opportunity for Titan to find a free pick.
All right, Flusha going to get that first pick on the outside. Trying to stay with the action here. Olofmeister watching over there towards ramp room. Be on the lookout for JW, see if he starts to play a little bit more aggressive there. He's still up on top of Hut. Back over to Olofmeister. He has his teammate there. That's going to be Pronax. It's going to help him out. So now they're going to start to push in there. That flashbang is going to slow them down. Pronax again on the other side. They're going to go. That's Olofmeister. He falls to Kenny S. They already have a player down below. That's going to be JW. He's found his home here in this doorway. Flusha, though, on the outside, still causing a lot of damage there. So Pronax, he backs up. He knows that he has his teammate JW down here in the lower bomb site. So they're just going to kind of hold this area down. Let's switch back over here. You can see that they're still pushing here down towards this site. Flusha has rotated from the outside, and now he's back over. He came through Secret to be able to help out here.
It's gonna be so hard for Titan to get the bomb down in this situation with JW in that toxic room.
They're going to go ahead and get the bomb down.
So electing not to stop the plant.
They didn't challenge it,
right.
So now they've got players. They will not really think about it. Now they know that there's a player there, and that's going to he kind of gave away his position once he opened those doors. York right there. They still know that JW, he's in a really tough spot because they're not going to try to challenge this area. But they're going to see. He's going to try to see if he can make his way over there towards the bomb and see if he can get this defused. And he's going to get taken down by Kenny S. And so they'll be able to pick up that round 2-1 now here in favor of Fnatic. But Titan trying to answer back now.
And I would assume that the reason they didn't challenge that is him in those doors with the shotgun. You can't really spray through a smoke that's covering the plant. So maybe he just didn't have the confidence to be able to find that planter. But once he got down there and his teammates got picked off, he was just, I mean, like you said, he's just in a tough spot, nowhere to go.
Yeah, I would have liked to if you had mentioned if he had that thought process, you know, kind of switching to the pistol, see if he could get some shots there. Sometimes that's all you takes just to take down the bomb planter, to kind of delay the round out a little bit further. Now you've got Kenny S who picks up the entry as Crims is playing a little bit aggressive there inside of Hut. And Kenny S just bounces that off the edge. He does pick up another one. Olofmeister playing aggressive, pushing up here in through the radio. Pronax playing close quarters here. He's going to do the same. Olofmeister, he's going to fall, and that nade will catch him. As you can see how much it rattles around.
Right. And
so now the score is going to be 2-2, all tied up.
Yeah, and same kind of tactics we're seeing out of Existence and Titan is just this, even on these anti-ecos and extending from cash is just like widespread, very conservative, just watching for aggression. And now coming out with a half buy, JW hasn't used any gun but a shotgun yet. He hasn't had a Colt yet.
So we'll see how will they see if he changes up his position. Of course, probably wouldn't make much difference with the Mag 7. Let's go back over here on the outside with Flusha. Flusha, he picks up one, but he will fall in that trade. Just around the corner now, Crims, he's going to fall down to be able to provide that support over there towards Secret. Pronax up on top of Catwalk. He's made, he knows that he hasn't seen many players kind of rotate just yet. We'll switch back over, though, to Crims. Crims is set up here for this lower area, and that will be smoked off. And so that's going to force them so they cannot rotate now. Kenya's is just seeing if there's any player that decided to push through the smoke. That's not going to happen there. Bomb is in the hands there of Existence, though.
Yep, and we're seeing how spread out Fnatic's defense is. It's just like a 1-1-1, and JW's in a really tough spot with so many things to watch. He's just playing it close with that shotgun, as the Titan players are actually going to head down into Secret into Crims.
Crims held his position the whole time. He's picked up two. He's looking for the last one. That's going to be Existence, and he shuts it down. So that whole time while that smoke was there, he did not move away from the position. He didn't feel the need to, especially with a map like Nuke. He could quickly rotate back around through Secret and go up through the vents or be able to quickly flank if needed. So he was in a good position where he wanted to be.
And Crims is one of the best defensive players in the world. He has such a good read on where terrorists are going to go and such a good instinct. And he's so good at these multi-frag rounds, just staying confident after that first kill and staying aggressive, and picks up all three of those Titan players there. But his positioning is just so smart that you don't see out of a lot of players when they're playing as a defensive player.
Olofmeister right there watching over there towards the ramp room. Have one player, that's going to be Apex on the outside. And now JW, this is the first time we've seen it here on this map. He has an M4 now. So back over here to Olofmeister. Flashbangs coming up, he's just over the top. There's one player that's leading, and that's Maniac. He's now picked himself up a weapon, and now they know that they have all those AKs. They're going to continue to push up there and switch back in here. JW drops down. He spots the bomb carrier, takes him down. So now you're going to see his teammates regroup with him. There is going to be one player that's going to be coming around on the flank. That's going to be Pronax. But remember, all those loud noises, but it's still not going to make a difference here. And they finish off the round. And so 4-2 now is the score here in favor of Fnatic.
Yeah, and great rotations. So quick between those bomb sites that even Titan just basically rushed that after they got that opening pick to try and beat the rotations. But getting those first two kills and it just stopped Titan's aggression just dead cold on that U-Haul.
On board here with Kenny S. He had the spawn. He has a CZ. See if he does anything with it here. Goes right through, playing aggressive. He's going to get taken down by Crims, who was over there came through mini. So now you've got JW who's still playing aggressive here, holding this hut down. Flusha, though, on the outside. He has taken some damage there from Apex. So he'll go ahead and fall back and actually switch positions. He gave up his position to Pronax. So back over here now to JW. JW picks up his second one here in the round. Now there's one more player. He knows that he also has the bomb down right there with him. So it's left up to Maniac.
Right, and I think he's just going to try and wait for some aggression, get a pick, but there's not much he's going to be doing. So one thing Titan's been doing really well in their gun rounds is on this map with the way these smokes work and these tight choke points, you know, it's so hard to get a pick at a hut or at a door and even ramp because it's just going to be smoked off or so. Oh, as Maniac actually gets that pick on JW. But he's going to be going down here any minute. But just as I was saying, they're so good at they're getting that outside pick. They're forcing some rotations. They're getting that opening kill. And just with Nuke, it's just so hard. That's why it's so CT-sided, is counter-terrorists are able to turtle up with those quick rotates that even that opening pick sometimes isn't as effective as it is on other maps. But you do need to establish that you can put pressure on that outside area. And now Kenny S has his op and JW picked up an op. So we're going to find some place for those two to go head-to-head.
Stay on board with both of them. Looks like Kenny S probably taking that over there towards the ramp room. Op there for JW is on the outside. He's going to get blinded and taken out. Apex picking up 2 there. And so if you want to find a way to get those entries, that's how you do it. As Apex picks up 2 on the outside. Perfect pop flash. And Kenny S will fall to Pronax.
I want to play by Apex, though. That's so huge.
So things have slowed down. You got Crims now trying to take over the role of playing outside. Apex is still there, though. And he has only been hit down to 97, so 3 damage has been caused, and that's it. And so Crims now in a tough spot. And now he's starting to get hit there by one of the players there. And so Crims in a tough spot. He can't really get out of this angle. And Pronax is right in the right spot to start shooting there. So Apex picks up another. We'll just stay with Apex for right now and see if he can continue this streak that he has right now. Pronax right there on the other side. Finally, Apex will fall. Down to a 3-on-2. Existence, he's right there with his teammate. And he's going to try to make it there into the vents. And he does. He will fall down. They will try to get that bomb planted. Olofmeister on a quick little rotate there. Pronax is going to be coming around, just trying to clear out the area. Olofmeister takes down Yorick. And Pronax, who was up there up on top of inside of lobby. Again, Existence didn't drop down, so he's going to get taken out by Pronax. And so now, Maniac just waiting. He's going to be lurking about. You can see he's just in this room by himself. And Maniac going to take a chance there at the end. And he's going to go ahead and close that door again now. And tried to time it. He's hoping that he could get that perfect timing. But one of the things that I'll give credit to Maniac, though, is that he waited for that 5 seconds, that time that it takes to defuse there at the end. So you saw him wait probably 3.5 seconds opposed to just waiting a couple seconds. He's about 3.5, 4 seconds, and then he peeked out.
Yeah, that was so close. I think if he had stuck that defuse, I think he actually would have got it. I mean, that was a long wait, and that takes balls, you know.
Well, those are the differences that make. I mean, it's whether or not, you know, it's a tough spot there for the other team as well in terms of trying to decide do we stick it or not. The downside for Fnatic in that situation was that they had one player that was playing from afar whenever that other player would have been trying to stick the defuse, so he would have had 0 cover on that defuse.
And Existence actually managed to get outside and get into lower like super quick. He's already at the doors and lower, so we could see what he might be trying to do that flank on Olofmeister again if he's not prepared for it.
So now he's just clearing out the site. Hasn't been spotted yet there. And is relying on his teammate Apex. You saw that they shot out the glass there up on top of the roof at the same time. Pronax just on the other side now. Flashbang's coming out there, going to continue to push out. Pronax still just staying up a little bit longer. He's able to pick up that headshot. There's going to be another player. That's going to be Apex, last man standing now, as Existence falls to JW. And they're just going round and around, and Pronax will pick up the headshot through the box. And so now it's going to be 6-3.
Yeah, and great play by Pronax. And one thing is, Olofmeister's been having a really tough time holding that ramp. Kenny S has gotten that same pick on him twice, that little pixel headshot while he's on that ramp. So Kenny S is obviously very comfortable taking that fight. But that round, just that read by Pronax to double up in the ramp room was just massive, and he really saved that round for Fnatic because they were going to be in a tough spot.
So we'll see. And they're going for this first time we've seen this in a long time. It is a complete save here. The Titan, they have not bought a single weapon here. We'll stay on with York for a little bit. See if he can make his way up there. And the third time is a charm. A firebomb will just miss there. He's just going to continue to shoulder peek.
And, you know, Titan does this. Existence does this once in a while on these full-blown ecos, you know. When they're having trouble with their T-sides, we see them a lot of times, instead of electing to pause, they kind of use their eco rounds as a pause. And they just kind of throw the round away and they sit around, and you can see Existence just talking to his teammates and trying to figure out, you know, what people are seeing, where they can find a gap in this defense, how they want to play these mid-rounds. Because they're actually doing very good in the early rounds. You know, they're finding some picks, Apex outside and everything. So it's just finding a way where to go from there.
So right now the whole goal is just to try to get this bomb planted, and he's going to try to use that smoke there. And so now Existence, he'll fall. But again, like you mentioned, the whole purpose of that round for Titan was to figure out what they're going to do here for the following rounds. They've got 3.5K to work with.
They're going to save one more.
Yeah.
Yep.
And so Kenny S, he's going to buy himself a P250. So yeah, just putting them at that range, trying to really understand what they've got.
Actually, they bought 2 flashbangs too, so they might try and just do, you know, they've found a vulnerability at ramp, so they might try and just flash themselves through the smoke here, and it looks like a full-blown B-rush.
Going to be pushing in. Apex going to be right there, chasing after, and he takes down Olofmeister. Olofmeister having a tough time over there inside of ramp room. Going to be pushing up. He picked up a firebomb from that. That's going to force him out of that position. And so now Apex, he had control for a moment, but the bomb will get planted. So far, this has been a successful round. They've already got 2 players from Fnatic taken out. Crims, he's going to try to run away, and he stays alive as Apex misses that much-needed shot there. But so far, this has been a very successful round here for Titan. It's now going to be down to a 1-on-2. We saw this before with Maniac. Will he stay on it for a little bit longer like he did last time? And you can see that they've firebombed that area. And, of course, they didn't really try to stick that area as well, but they needed to defuse, and they will get it 8-3. I would chalk that up as a good round.
Yeah, but, you know, it could have been better. Apex missed, you know, as well as he's been playing. If he gets that frag, that round's over. So just a little bit unfortunate that he didn't get that kill, but very well executed. So whether that was what they talked over, what they wanted to do during that round, or maybe it's just these gun rounds, but great eco with that plant. Took a lot of money out of Fnatic, and so we'll see what they have in store for this first gun round.
See if they change up positions right now. Looks like Olofmeister will stay over there towards that ramp room. He does have his support player. That's Pronax. That's right there with him. Flashbang's coming out there. Apex has just done so well getting every one of these entries here on Nuke.
But we have JW pushed up with his op into the hut, and he's going to be looking for a pick, although he misses it on York.
So we've got JW here inside of the hut area. 2 players on the outside. Let's take a look. That actually rotated Pronax and his teammate Crims. So JW, they're trying to rely on him to hold down that area. Now he's going to have to stay alive for a little bit, and he's using the outside of this smoke. They push in, and he pushes out, and he's able to take down one. Crims going to be right there helping out from the rafter side. Olofmeister's dropped one as well. Now it's going to be left up to Kenny S and Apex. Apex has been dropped down to 12 HP. 45 seconds left here in the round. And so there you go, Abbott Crims. He's battling it out there with Kenny S. And Apex pushes up through the vents, and he takes out Crims to even things down to a 2-on-2 now. And Apex was hoping that vent was opened, or at least so he could do something here. Smoke comes out there to smoke off over there towards the hut, or towards the mini area. And so as he tries to push through, Olofmeister will take him out. Now Kenny S right there. He's got 15 seconds and not enough time. And so 9-3 now, as that was a close round for Titan at the end there.
Yeah, and look at Krim, 16-4 now. He's having such a good half. You know, when they come to him, he's always got this positioning. He's always got this great reads on his rotates, and he's so effective at assisting all of his other teammates. When action is away from him, he's finding ways to be so impactful on the round and on this half of the match. And every time he seems to move into a spot, he's getting 2 kills at least.
Well, they've changed up their routine now. They've got JW who's watching over there towards the ramp room this time, and it looks like they're going to be heading here towards the inside. We'll see if we can hop on board here with one of the players. They kind of slow things down. They now you got Apex again, just taking out Flusha. He has control right now. Kind of working the angles again. You have JW who's over there towards the ramp room, and he fails on that smoke a little bit.
Right, and I don't even think, I'm not sure if they even know that op's there, and they might think that Olaf's there, and with all the success they have, they could just be walking into a trap.
And that's the plan there for Fnatic. They're going to try to go ahead and see if they can get this cross. Maniac is going to try to draw in the fire there, and he misses the op shot there. And so now he's going to backpedal out. This is a tough spot to be in as an opper. He has his teammate to help him out. That's going to be Olofmeister to give him that cover fire. But they have not pushed in down towards ramp room, and so Olofmeister, he's going to fall. And Apex, he's still on the outside making things happen. And so now they have 20 seconds left here in the round, and it's all left up to Krims. Krims down to a 1-on-4. Bomb is working its way and gets planted in the upper bomb site. And now Krims, he's got 32 health left here. Yeah, he's kind of stuck in secret right now.
Yeah, and you look at Flusha with 2,000 and Olaf with 1,800. He's just going to look to save this gun so he can drop it for the next round. But, Titan, that, Apex, we're saying he's getting all these entries and he's doing so good. But on top of that is just his communication, his coordination with his teammate coming up the ladder into heaven, coordinated with him coming out hut, so that anyone in rafters is just going to be getting shot at from 2 angles. So he's just being so effective, and great calling by Existence to find some gaps in the defense where his teammates can make some plays.
9-4 right now. So you can see how they've every side. We're going to see a real good gun round here between these two. And we'll look how they're going to be set up for the next one.
This round is huge for Fnatic because their money is so low. They lose this round, they're going to be forced on an eco. And once you start letting a terrorist team get, if they can get, it's going to be last round, so they're going to buy, but it's going to be pistols. And the terrorist team getting 6 rounds at this level is huge. It's so huge.
They get Apex on the outside. JW was working out there, and he will get dropped. So Apex just doing a phenomenal job. And Pronax spammed through the smoke, through the door, as he picks up his 3rd one in the round now. So Pronax going to town, trying to help his teammates out to pick up this round. And Maniac just on the other side of this smoke here.
And then that's the 2nd time that Pronax has been really effective guarding that door position, where he's been able to catch some Titan players off guard, opening that door, not thinking he's going to be there. And the last time he did it, he got 2. This time he gets 3.
Olofmeister backing out of that position there. Flusha just on the other side now. And Flusha will be able to pick off Apex now. 39 seconds left here in the round. Maniac left alive here. It's going to be in a tough spot to win this round. He's going to go ahead and start to push up, just trying to clear out the positions now. There is one player that's 2 players down below, and Pronax watching to make sure that they don't push up there towards the lobby side. 15 seconds left here in the round. They're all kind of set up, too, for a quick rotate as well. So if Olofmeister spots him, he will, and picks up the headshot. And so now it's 10-4 in favor of Fnatic.
Yeah, and great positioning in that mid-round situation. They were just they had everything covered. Even they were just playing as a team. Even if he had gone up to the upper bomb site, they were just saying like, let them plant. We'll just take it together. They kind of sacrificed it with them ready for those quick rotations, but just really emphasizing the fact that they guarded that lower bomb site and just eliminating that possibility with their teammates and deciding to trust themselves to work together to take that upper bomb site if that's where they went.
Well, just like what you're talking about with Fnatic being low on economy, that has impacted Titan as well. They've got 2 P250s. So we'll stay with Apex, who's gotten a lot of the entries. Now he's just kind of spamming out here. See if he can find that opening. He's done it numerous times on the outside. So trying to clear out all the positions that they can, trying to clear out rafters. So we're on board still with Apex. And he, oh no, he's hoping that he had a little grappling hook. So he falls. Didn't cause too much damage, but not where he wanted to be. Olofmeister and Pronax, they push out there. Pronax taking down Apex. Nice little pop flash to help them out. Kineas in a tough spot now. He's seen that Kineas knows that Crims was over there.
Right, and Fnatic has complete control of this lobby and the bomb down, so this round's basically over.
25 seconds left here in the round. And Kineas is going to fall. Now it's left up to Existence. Existence on this 1 and 4. And the score will finish off in the first half 11-4 in favor of Fnatic.
Yeah, and actually, with the way Apex was playing, that half could have gone so much worse for Fnatic. And great job by them. So many rounds that just looked like they were going down the drain, and Fnatic just finds ways to get back into those rounds. You know, Crims, his rotations, and all the possibilities of just turtling up on this map. And Fnatic just kind of brings these rounds that look so terrible, and they turn them into a win. So it was just great play by all of them.
Yeah, a lot of credit goes to getting even to that point with you're watching Apex and getting all those entries. That was so fun to watch.
He was on fire, actually. He was playing so well. And Titan actually, you know, for only getting 4 rounds, that's still pretty strong on this map. And you saw they actually had a great game plan going into it, and they gave themselves a lot of opportunities. You know, sometimes playing as terrorists on this map, you look at teams and they just get demolished round after round because this map can be just so unforgiving at times. But Titan was finding their openings and finding their windows, and it's just the strength of the best team in the world, you know, shutting those doors so quickly with their fast rotates, and Crims playing out of his mind.
Yeah, Titan was in every one of the rounds, at least till the very end there for most of them. And so just waiting to start off here in this second half. Yeah, so we'll see. Getting that early pistol round, or getting that pistol round here in the second half to make things happen here for Titan. We're just waiting for one of the players to ready up. There it is. That's Existence.
Now, Existence-led teams have always been very good on their defensive half and Nuke. We can always think back to, you know, the old Very Games teams and even the early Titan lineups that, you know, they've had some legendary matches on this map, you know, with, you know, their rivals Nip and other teams, and their CT sides have always been strong on this map.
And I believe, based off of what we know, this is the map that Titan picked. So
yes.
So out of the veto process, this is the one that they wanted out of the 3 remaining maps. So now we'll see how things work. They're being boosted up top there on the outside. They're going to try to work their way out here. And you can see that we're going to have this boost up top here. And the jump was so crucial there for him to make it.
And he falls right into the crosshairs of Apex. Just a little gift.
And so now they're going to get dropped there by Kineas. Kineas pushing up through the secret area. Now it's going to be left up to here these two, Olofmeister and Flusha. And Titan, they needed to win this gun round, or this pistol round, to really make a huge difference in Apex, picking up the last 2. So 11-5. And that just hurts. And but that puts a lot of pressure on an individual player. You have to make that jump. And then whenever your nerves start to get to you,
I mean, it's not the easiest jump in the world to make. So But you know, one thing to think about is, you know, think last map on Cash, Fnatic's those aggressive strategies that were so effective. This is a map that the counter terrorists can very easily shut down that aggression with just smokes and mollies. So it's going to force Fnatic to just play slower, and their slower strats are kind of what lost them a few rounds there at the end of the first half.
Got to be pushing in there towards that. They will try to. They've made their way down towards the lower bomb site, and Flusha has been taken out, and that's going to be a quick round there. A good team effort there from Titan. As they shut down, the bomb will not be planted. So now the score is going to be 11-6, and we'll see another eco coming in here for Fnatic.
Yeah, just one flashbang on Flusha, and I mean, that just says it's got to be just a pop flash for either outside early on to get that rush going, or just a pop flash through the smoke and ramp room. You know, it's not going to be very effective in upper where there's so many different spots to be from.
Right. So we'll see. And it looks like he has another goal in mind there, as he just pops out the one flash, just trying to draw the attention, I guess. As now they're going to be working up there. Maniac is right there down below. He's going to get taken out now. We're back over here with Yorick, who's just caught the edge there, but that's going to be Apex right there, causing a lot of damage now. Now it's left up to Flusha here. And he has picked himself up a FAMAS, and there is some time to play with right now. So he can just kind of work around to see if he can pick off some weapons.
And here's what's scary for Titan. Kenny S has that expensive op weapon, and he's alone. He's so far away from everyone. So if Flusha finds a way, he's on the other side of the map, but if you were to find a way to kill Kenny right now, that's an expensive gun to lose.
You can hear that down below. Apex making some noise there. So Flusha just waiting and seeing that if he can get Titan to be a little bit more impatient here. So still just taking their time. They've got the bomb down, of course.
Just doubling up in that toxic room, just so you know they're close by guns. Flusha, even just getting one pick could be big. The only one that's going to be available is Yorick if he decides to peek those vents, and he's going to have to make a move here so that he dies and gets that money. Just try and get the bomb down and force him to kill him, but he doesn't want to be staying alive, and he's only got 10 seconds to try and find something.
Well, there's something to what you had said about the op. You can see that Apex is now grouped up with Kenny S, so they will not lose this off here.
So, you know, I think if Titan was going to be smart, he can't plant. They know he's in the bomb site. They let the time run out and then open that door and kill him, and he doesn't get the money for the round bonus, or for the you know, he's staying alive through the round without the bomb going down. So that could have been huge if he got stuck on, you know, $3,200 or whatever it might have been.
So we'll see 7-11 right now. As Titan has picked up the first 3 rounds, we'll take a look here with Kenny S. See how effective he can be on the outside. That is just an opera you just don't want to deal with. And he's playing it at a really interesting angle right now. But we'll switch back over here towards the inside because they're playing aggressive. They've actually pushed up through the smoke. And he's going to try to back out of there. He will stay alive.
Oh, my Lord.
Back around now. There is a player that they have made it down through the secret area, 2 of the players. And Kenny S is now watching over here. Checking so many different angles right now. So we'll continue to keep updated across the map there. They are all spread throughout the map, various ways.
The positioning Crims is in behind these vents, though, without getting aggressive, makes me think that he's going to maybe try and crunch the upper bomb site with him flying up those vents to get the kind of.
That looks exactly like what it's going to be. So now they've setting themselves up. Apex, there's York. He's going to come around. He's going to help things out. Apex again is just around the corner. Now we're back over here with him. He's going to pick off the bomb carrier. Now it's going to be left up to Flusha. Flusha, 18 seconds. And he's going to go ahead and push right up there, and he'll get taken down by Apex, 8-11. Now still in favor of Fnatic, but they're narrowing that lead 1 round at a time. We started off 11-4, now we're at 11-8.
Yep, and Fnatic's going to actually buy up. They're going to go for another buy here. Just 2 smokes on them, and they're not going to have a lot of options. They're going to be doing a lot of dry fights, a lot of fights with no flashes because they don't even have any. Maybe even like just bust out that aggression and go for a quick outer and just try and overwhelm Kenny S.
So we'll see. Back towards the inside. There's a player being boosted up as he misses that off shot. Now they know that he's drawn the attention there, so they're going to try to go ahead and get some angles here. They smoke off over there towards that area. NES found a gap in the smoke, and he misses that off shot. There will be a player that has dropped there. Just stick back over here with that is
JW.
Yeah, so JW has made his way all the way over there, but he will be spotted right there.
That could have been very dangerous. That was a great shot by Kenny after he missed those two to just stay composed and get that pick. JW found himself in a great position.
Now back in near Maniac. He has his teammate. That's going to be Existence. Looks like they're going to try to delete something here. Maniac playing very passive here.
Yeah, he's almost waiting for a noise or just Existence to spot something, but his Existence kind of wandered away, and he's just playing so passive behind this box. And he comes out and he gets one, and then he gets traded out by Crims.
Yeah, you're looking for a little bit more than just that one, but he does have his teammate Apex already down here. And so Apex able to take out one, and York will be there as well. So they close down Ramp Room, and 11-9 now.
And you see in these late game situations, Titan is like, you know, I always call it the extremities of the map. When, you know, Kenny S is in that garage, he's spread out. He's, you know, their defense is very wide, and it's that extremity where you're vulnerable. And towards the mid and late round, when they know that Fnatic's got to execute somewhere, whether it be upper or ramp room or to get into that lower bomb site, you see them kind of condense so that they can really manipulate those fast rotates, and they can keep everything covered by being so close together.
Going to go ahead and firebomb, understanding that this is a type of a save round, or it will be an eco round for Fnatic. Kenny S set up there right with Maniac. Misses the off shot, but we'll switch back over here to Maniac. Maniac picking up one, looking for his third kill. It's not going to happen there, though. And there's going to be one player on the perfect little flank there. That's going to be JW. JW is actually able to slide through the squeaky door and get down through the vents. There was an opening there. New York is now going to back up. The bomb is dropped right there, so they're going to switch, which makes sense to me because you put the off back into the hands of JW here. So right now, York watching the upper bomb site, turns it away for just a moment. Firebomb's out there. He's able to pick off one, but he will catch on fire. And so 12-9 as they had a good little setup for the ramp room. They had Kenny S and Maniac there, but where did things fall apart?
Just, you know, Kenny S was just a little bit too aggressive, I thought. You know, that position where he misses that first shot, and he's in a location where his teammate can't cover them just swinging out. He can't get him instantly. He doesn't have great cover of him. Kenny just kind of got caught out in the open for those pistols. But the big thing was that player Maniac, when he pushed Hut from upper, just kind of walked right by that Terrace player who managed to get down vents and then kill the teammate watching the lower bomb site.
So JW has this off in hand. There is another player. That's Kenny S, who's got his off. And there is one player right there. Kenny S missing that off shot. He has his teammates to help him out, though. Back over here with JW. Holomeister over there towards the squeaky door. JW has not moved from this position since we last left him there. And he misses that off shot, gives away his position, and he falls, but just going to find a better position here now.
Yeah, it was a great stack by Titan on that outside. Really finding where Fnatic was going to emphasize their attack and just being able to crunch it with 2 to 3 players and kind of just shutting it down before it even got started. And now just, you know, they're playing that advantage. They're turtled up. They're not overextending anywhere on the map. There's going to be, you know, 2 people with these rotates. No matter what bomb site Fnatic goes to, they're going to be outgunned so quickly.
And this just so happens to seem like Maniac's position here.
And they don't have the manpower to devote to guarding against that peak, because once these rotates come in and the bomb's trying to go down, Maniac's just going to have a free reign.
He's going to toy with him. And the bomb is actually going to try to, and they will not get down. And so now JW trying to op while he's on a ladder. And so now the score is going to be 12-10. So Fnatic
They could actually buy here again because they won that eco. So if they so chose, they could theoretically buy, but it looks like they're just going to keep some CZs and pistols and I mean, I think that's a smart decision because you want to save up for those full nades. You know, this map is hard enough as it is. To put yourself at a more disadvantage by not having the proper flashbangs and smokes is it's just so hard.
You got the op there on the inside. Now they'll switch over here. Gonna be blinded here for a moment. They will work their way down. There is one player that's made it through the vents, though. Now on board with Existence. Existence has picked up 3 in the round, looking for his 4th one. He'll go down the vents, and that's actually going to be right there in the hands of Maniac. Maniac was trying to go up the ladder while Crims was trying to bail out. So 12-11 now.
And they're put another op in JW's hands, so that's maybe that's why they're saving. They're thinking they need JW to fight that op outside. And one thing we saw at a Titan that we're not seeing at a Fnatic is that ability to get those picks outside. Once you start getting those first 2 kills out there, that's the most vulnerable spot early on in the round, and it forces the rotates and it lets you find some gaps due to the rotations. And Fnatic not being able to do that is just it's really hard for them to get anything going.
Yeah, those entries are so crucial. As now he's Olafmeister. It's already pushed all the way up. Apex trying to push up there.
Oh,
he's going to get caught off guard, so Kenny S.
Kenny S just so much confidence, just peeks close to the hole that was blown in the door, just peeks it so close.
Kenny S picking up another op shot there over by Secret. He's going to bail out.
And he's being so mobile, just coming from different angles.
So back over here with York. York's been spotted 1 player. We'll go back over here to Kenny S now. And that was Flusha who's on the outside.
So now Maniac's in kind of a tough spot looking to get crunched, but Flusha's actually going to head up into this heaven and sabotage York from behind.
Flusha making sure that he's making as much noise as possible. So now he's picked up 1 and his teammate will help him out. Now it's left up to Kenny S. Kenny S has picked up 2 so far here in the round. So they haven't pushed out from their position. There's 1 up top. That is Flusha. And then Crims inside of the site. So we'll see what he can do with this flash now. Bomb ticking away. Decides to pick up the op. And he can't find the vent now. He will now. He's going to make his way out of there. Smart call there by Titan to save this AWP. And he's going to quick no-scope to take out Crims. And his now score's going to be 13-11 in favor of Fnatic.
Yeah, really smart by Kenny to save that op, knowing that their economy's getting a little bit beat up, but also such good positioning by Fnatic, not giving him any opportunity to get one of those 2 kills to kind of turn it into that 1-on-1. So just really smart play by those guys in crunch time now. Every round is going to be huge now. You
saw that Apex said to Olafmeister that you're fast.
Yeah, he had his run
just too fast because the position that he had there inside of the hut. So you've got Maniac. He's in a really tough spot. They just push right through. And now they're going to head down towards lower. Let's switch back over here to Apex. Apex, he's going to fall. So now it's going to be left up to this 5-on-3. They're going that complete shock and awe factor, going straight at them with this aggression, as Kenny S now is trying to be that answer for Titan. They have not. Now the bomb will get planted there in the lower bomb site. There's going to be Olafmeister, York, and Kenny S left alive here. Down to this 3-on-2. Kenny S just on the other side. And they're going to go ahead and fall back and try to save these weapons. A lot of damage was caused to York. And so they'll save that AWP mainly. He could get himself another weapon here. Exchange that FAMAS for the AK. We'll take a look and see if Kenny S is safe at this point, and he will be. And so now...
So what a change of pace by Fnatic there. You know, they haven't had that aggression this entire half, and they just busted out on such an important round. Catches Maniac completely off guard in ramp room, and just able to get down to that bomb site so fast. So really smart call by Pronax to speed things up.
All right, 14-11. 2 rounds away from forcing this one into a 3rd map. So Fnatic, again, it's difficult to win those T-side rounds, but it's all about getting to some of those entry kills. Now we'll watch over here towards the outside. Hey, it's Kenny S. He's under some fire there. He's going to pick off JW on the cross. We'll take a look and see if any of the players have had the chance to rotate here from Titan, as they've worked their way all down through Secret. They have got 3 players for sure that have made their way. There is 1 player on the outside there for Fnatic who will be lurking about. He's going to work his way inside the site. Flushel will get the bomb planted. And so recall, Pronax is going to be lurking. He's going to be on the flank here in just a second now. They've got all 5 players left alive here. Now Pronax, he hasn't made a move just yet to make an impact here in this round. Now it's going to be down to this 2-on-3. They know where he's at. Olofmeister causing some damage as well. Still pushing towards this lower bomb site. Bomb still ticking away. They're going to go ahead and try to stick this defuse, watching all the angles that they can, and Pronax will not peek out here. He's going to hang on to this AK, and so now score is going to be 14-12.
What a retake.
Titan is not done yet.
No, not at all. And that was such a nice retake. Fnatic got down there so fast again. They're keeping the speed so high, and it just no one was even in the bomb site, and they just managed to pick them off after the plant. They had them pretty much corralled in that on that stairwell, and then and up in that control room. And Kenny S just with some really nice shots. He came up big in the second half on last map, and he's going to need to come up big to keep pushing this score forward as Fnatic's nearing a tie point.
There's a lot of spam points here. That's what we're seeing here from Fnatic. Nade comes in. Olofmeister took a lot of damage as he's down to 27 HP now.
Yeah, I don't think Apex was going to get fooled again by Olaf being aggressive in that hut.
So now you've got Apex right there. He's joined up again with York. York just on the other side. This is the opposite of what we saw last time between York. And there he goes, going to spray away. He runs out of ammo. And so Maniac and Kenny S are going to try to make something happen. Kenny S taking down 1. Makes another one. 1 from the HE, 1 from another. Let's see if he can continue with this round. Bomb is going to head down there through the vents and work its way down towards lower. He's going to pick himself up. He decides not to stay with the... he stays with the AWP. And he's going to chase after this one. And now it's going to be sitting at game point now for Fnatic, 15-12. Kenny S trying to make something happen there.
I mean, if he had got that, he dropped. That was such a smart play, such an aggressive and just surprising play, running through that smoke just to drop. And if he had just got that pick on that guy by the Tetris box, that could have been so huge. But good play by him, and unfortunately, just didn't. All the magic wasn't there.
So now you can see you've got a CZ in the hands of Apex, Mag 7 for York, and a FAMAS for Maniac, and the rest too. Kenny S in existence with the M4. So they have boosted up on top. Let's go and switch over to JW, who's watching the outside with his AWP. There's one over there on top of the rafters. That's on the inside.
And you see how much map control Titan has to give up when Kenny doesn't have his op on that outside. He's now playing underneath Heaven, and they can't. They can't get as much information as they like. And even Existence is playing in secret because they're just giving up that cross.
All right. Second chance now. And it ends up. So, take a look here. Still taking their time. Switch back over here towards Kenny S. And he peeks out. Apex tossed out that nade. So now they picked up that FAMAS that Maniac had. So now Apex has a FAMAS and a CZ. They're going to be pushing in now, clearing out the area. And there goes Apex. He goes to town. Now it's going to be left up to Existence. Existence. He doesn't have the right vent there to bust open, and he's right there. He's going to push out, does take down 1. Now it's going to be down to the 1-on-1. He has not planted the bomb yet. That nade's going to rain in and pick him off at the end.
What a perfect grenade.
16-12 is going to go to Fnatic, and so that's going to take us into map number 3. Getting tired of saying that already. So,
yeah, we're getting a lot going the distance.
Hey, man, giving you a really kind of breaking you in here.